And I'll tell you, Lindsay Gottlieb really went to another level and at our Big Ten meetings, and she talked to members of the NCAA selection committee, what they look at, which is kind of a moving target. One year they might look at this, and other years that. But if the ultimate goal for the Big Ten women, we got a lot of teams in, if that's to get as many teams in, then if you shrink that, you don't have as potential to upset, right? Because if you're like, look at us last year, I don't know how many of us were just at a bottleneck that were, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? And it was a tie or one game. So you had to win some in that Big Ten tournament. So the reasoning behind that was, in the data that Lindsay headed up, was it protected your best teams. And if everything stays status quo, we should be able to get in that amount of teams into the next year's tournament. If you take everybody, it's, it'd be really hard to be the last place team and to win all those games, granted. But those middles, you're taxing them a little bit more, and you're also putting them in peril because there's not too many weak sisters in the big. Honestly, if it goes south on you a little bit, right, in any sport, and you find yourself on the bottom half of that, it's just such the slightest margin. So that decision was made by the coaches, majority, and the ADs, whoever, when they weighed in on it, with the whole in mind. And it wasn't to leave out someone, because we could all be that 18th, 17th, 16th, but it was, if you're thinking about what makes the Big Ten the best, more teams. That's why the decision, how we discussed it, why it was made. Personally, I go back and forth with my son. That's what's great about the tournament, right? But when I put my hat on that way and understood, it seemed what the collective mission was, that was how we got there. Yeah.
Wasn't that long ago you sit a few weeks out or a month out from National Signing Day. Everybody's been committed for months and all that. Things are a little different now. Just what has that balance been like of, approaching a season, but also having to have the recruiting chaos going full time also?
I think every coach will tell you in here that's difficult. The amount of time that we all spend on everything from agents to handlers to the kids and the process, it's just it's a lot. And so it is what it is. I'm not complaining, you just have to adjust, but it's stressful because you're getting closer and closer, right? You're getting down to the wire, and if it doesn't go your way, right, it can be disappointing. But I think it's just a new model, right? There's just a new model. The portal's always in play. Depending on how you're designing your recruiting and who you're going after, it's just it's a whole new way of thinking. And I just really had to adjust to that, because the previous years we had verbal commitments were early. Now, boy, I have visits set up in the next 2 to 3 weekends, and that has never been for a long time. So it is what it is. It's a lot more stressful, but you're just getting used to the model. And I think in a couple of years, it'll probably settle a little better.